What's happening, my fellow Spawns and Spawners? Today it is a Blumhouse Spawn movie update from the Todd-Father himself, Mr. Todd McFarlane. So a couple of days ago, Todd McFarlane put up on his Instagram and socials that there was going to be a big Spawn movie news update coming. The following day came and then he had to postpone it till the following day. And I love that both announcements were done in like Microsoft Paint. Simple, effective, and to the point. So anyway, today's come. The news dropped here about 3 a.m. I think, which is like 12 over there. Todd announced that there are some new writers on board, and it's very exciting and it sounds very promising. So the article that I'm going to be going off is from Bloody Disgusting. They're great. They're always reliable for not only horror movie news but superhero movie news. And they go on to say, as promised, Spawn creator Todd McFarlane dropped some big news on the planned Spawn movie reboot this afternoon, ending a long period of radio silence on the project. And yeah, there has been mass radio silence. I remember when Jamie Foxx was initially cast as Al Simmons / Spawn, there was a photo of Todd and Jamie having lunch together, and they've hit the agreement where Jamie is going to play Spawn. And then there was just dead silence for a while. There also was an announcement that Jeremy Renner of Hawkeye fame is going to be playing Twitch in the film. And then again, nothing. THR reports that Blumhouse is still on board the ship with Scott Silver, Joker, Malcolm Spellman, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Matthew Mixon now writing the script. And that's when I said it's very promising, because you have someone who has co-written the Joker alongside Todd Phillips now wanting to pen this film along with two other talented writers. So I'm very excited from that point of view. I think it could be something very special. Jamie Foxx remains attached to star as the anti-hero who was first introduced into the comics in 1992. Jeremy Renner had previously been attached to co-star alongside Jamie Foxx, but THR's report indicates that Renner's involvement in the film is up in the air at the moment. So that kind of makes sense, because Jamie Foxx was hinting at murmurs now and then. He would drop little hints about being involved with Spawn, but Jeremy Renner just said next to nothing, from what I saw anyway. It would have been interesting to see him play Twitch though. Like, I can't see him as Twitch, but sure, it's Jeremy Renner. It's been a long, hard road out of development hell with this brand new Spawn feature, which Todd McFarlane had originally planned to direct. It seems he stepped aside from those desires, however, and with the new director not attached just yet to the film, at this time the Blumhouse project is seeking a studio partner. So this is still a developing story at the moment. So it pretty much comes down to who's going to be funding this thing. It'd be great if New Line Cinema, even though they're owned by Time Warner now, so it'd probably be a Warner Brothers in association with New Line Cinema, Time Warner type thing. It'd be great if they got it again. Obviously, New Line Cinema made the 1997 Spawn. And McFarlane goes on to say, if we've got an A-list actor, A-list producers, A-list writers, then you do want to shoot for an A-list director, A-list cinematographers. The answer, of course, is let's keep the momentum going. And I see where he's coming from. The 1997 Spawn had so much potential, and it went through development hell and even production hell. Lots of things were added, lots of things were taken away. Michael Jai White, who portrayed Al Simmons in Spawn, has gone on record to say that the original cut of Spawn was much more intimate, not as visual effects heavy. There was more backstory with him and Wanda. And Mark Dupay, the director of the 1997 film of ILM fame, went on to add too many visual effects, and Bob Shaye, the owner of New Line Cinema at the time, the owner and founder should I say, just wanted more visual effects and a visual effects heavy film. And I get where they're coming from. It is Spawn, it is a comic book movie, but at the same time I would like something a lot more intimate and a lot more simple, much in the vein of Joker, but with Spawn. And that's pretty much the news that Todd McFarlane dropped today. It is definitely promising. I honestly thought it was just going to be him saying, yeah, we got the green light to go ahead. I'm like, well, that's great, but can you divulge anything else? But the fact that they have a very capable writer such as Scott Silver on board gives me high hope. Initially, there were murmurs of Jamie Foxx's iteration of Spawn having next to no dialogue, and it's going to be more focused on Jeremy Renner's Twitch, which is interesting in itself. It's very edgy, it's very bold, but I just don't think that would work ultimately. Maybe as like some sort of high-end fan film, but not for a reboot of Spawn, considering we've had nothing in terms of live action since 1997. And hands down, the highlight of the 1997 film was Michael Jai White as Spawn. He was criminally underrated in that role, not to mention the great effects by K&B Effects and the costumes by K&B Effects, especially his Spawn suit and Spawn makeup. If they can take that and bring that over into the brand new reboot, along with some visual effects like cleaning up parts of the suit, the makeup, enhancing parts of the suit. And the idea of Jamie Foxx as Al Simmons in Spawn, yes, absolutely. He's a fucking phenomenal actor. And I thought I was in the loop with this film, but I had no idea Blumhouse was on board with this one, and that also gets me giddy because Blumhouse is very horror orientated, Spawn is very horror orientated, so I'm keen for this one. I'm very keen to see how this develops. Obviously, it's going to be a long road to the initial premiere of the film Spawns and Spawnettes, but in the meantime, it just sounds very promising. So with that being said, I want to know what your thoughts are down below on the announcement from Todd McFarlane of Scott Silver, Malcolm Spellman, and Matthew Mixon now writing the film. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Now, this probably comes as very good time because yesterday I dropped the Samurai Spawn cosplay breakdown and then the Samurai Spawn reveal short, and fucking thank you so much for your overwhelming response and kind words. Again, it's been a long time in the making, and Daniela and Sarah, with their magic that they worked that night we did the shoot, was just the fucking icing on the cake, so I can't thank you enough. Guys, wherever you are in the world, please have yourselves an absolute cracker of a day. I hope you will. Hope you're happy. Be merry, be silly. And until next time, Spawns and Spawnettes, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.